Hey, it's Cassie from Curry Honda in Chicopee. You're listening to the Bax and Nagle podcast on Rock 102. Come see us at Curry Honda for the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience the best at Curry Honda. Thanks for listening.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 5:52 and Van Halen with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Man. I was happy about the weather the other day. And then I see what's coming this weekend. Today, not too bad. 60 and sunny. Tomorrow, cloudy and 67. And then a nor'easter moves in. Going to be getting some rain starting Sunday afternoon all the way in through until Tuesday morning. So, yay.
Terrific.
31 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs. There you go.
Well, let's try it again.
Yes.
Hey.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
Gwen Stefani and No Doubt are set to perform a 6-show residency at the the Las Vegas Sphere between May and June of 2026. This will mark the first time a female headliner will take the stage at the venue since its opening in 2023.
Really?
Yeah, fans will have a rare chance to see Stefani perform with her band, as they have only had a few live appearances in recent years. Stefani has been focusing on her solo career, releasing her 5th studio album in 2024. The Sphere has lined up a diverse range of headliners for next year, including U2, Dead & Company, the Eagles, and the Backstreet Boys.
Shut the front door.
I've been to the Sphere. For like a presentation of like a Earth documentary kind of thing, which was super cool.
Right.
I don't know what the experience is like for a concert, because I guess, with all the Eagles and all that stuff, they're playing live on stage, but the entire venue is like sending you into a music video.
Now, if you're on the stage and you're surrounded by the Sphere, a guy like Don Henley.
Yeah.
He's at an age in his life now where, like a big cocaine bender would probably have him like all vertigoed up and, vomiting just because of the visual of being surrounded by yourself and your ego. Which, by the way, the ego from Don Henley, actually larger than the Sphere.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it busts right through.
Give us more dirty laundry, Bax.
I would.
I was going to say something about that, and now I can't remember. Oh, yeah. Maybe you're in the middle of the Eagles concert, and then all of a sudden you're like on a snowy mountain somewhere, and you're like, I thought this was an Eagles concert. It is. That's Don Henley's pile of coke. You're not actually skiing. You just feel like you are. And you're blasting off into the space, too. Let's see. MAGA supporters are planning a rival event to the NFL's 2026 Super Bowl halftime show featuring Bad Bunny. Turning Point USA will host the All-American halftime show on the same night, celebrating faith, family, and freedom. The decision to choose Bad Bunny as the halftime performer has sparked controversy among right-wing people, with the president criticizing the NFL's choice. Bad Bunny, known for his activism and criticism of the administration, expressed pride in representing his culture and history at the Super Bowl. Well, now we have 2 terrible things to watch during the halftime show.
Did you see that there's been this push, and I hope to God this never, ever happens, to replace Bad Bunny with Lee Greenwood?
I saw, it was so funny, I saw like one of these Gen Zers on TikTok. Who the F is Lee Greenwood?
Oh, kids, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. Lee Greenwood is not... I was talking to somebody about this last night, about who and how they choose who a Super Bowl performer is. It goes by who's popular right now. And Bad Bunny is a pretty popular artist among younger people.
He's one of the most popular artists in the world.
The NFL isn't concerned about the boomer on the couch wondering who this guy is. They're concerned about selling and getting younger people to invest in their advertisers that they pay so much for. They get all that money for. It has nothing to do with your political ideology of who gets to be picked for the entertainment portion of that.
And you also have to consider that the average age of the Super Bowl audience is much younger than Lee Greenwood's great-grandchildren.
No, but the loudest people it's a smaller percentage of the loudest people that complain and cry about what just happened.
But Lee Greenwood, horrific.
You know what? How about Lee Greenwood and Bad Bunny together? And Lee Greenwood sings Bad Bunny songs, and Bad Bunny sings that
God bless the USA.
giant piece of garbage, God bless the USA.
That would be amazing.
There are very few things in this world that... You ever get that cringy feeling in your spine, like you're embarrassed for somebody else?
Yes.
The opening chords of God Bless the USA do that for me every single time. That is a terrible, terrible song. I'm not talking about I'm not questioning his patriotism.
Or even the sentiment behind it.
I'm sure Mr. Greenwood is a fine man, but that song is just terrible. It's just a terrible, terrible song.
I couldn't agree with you more, Steve.
You know what? If it was Lee Greenwood, I'd probably be bitching just as much as the anti-Bad Bunny people. Who is this old man? Why is he on the stage?
It's an 82-year-old man on stage that half these people have never even heard of before.
Michael J. Fox has come out of retirement to film a supporting role for the new season of Apple TV Plus comedy Shrinking, marking his first on-screen acting job since 2020. The actor, who was diagnosed with Parkinson's back in 1991, personally reached out to the show's creator to inquire about a role after learning that a character on the show has Parkinson's. Fox's return to acting has reignited his passion for the craft, and he has expressed interest in finding new roles that resonate with him. While details about the plot of Shrinking Season 3 are under wraps, it's likely that Fox and Harrison Ford will share the screen as actors living with Parkinson's. Does he have it too?
Well,
like in a different stage?
Maybe. I don't remember. Possibly.
Ford praised Fox's courage and grace in facing the challenges, emphasizing the importance of condition accurately. He's portraying. He is good at portraying the show. You know, I was all worried about Harrison Ford that he too was suffering.
Yes, well,
but I don't want to get into another story because we're so close to the end of that song, and we got to do this Kim Kardashian thing, which for some reason didn't pop up. This girl,
I know.
Kim Kardashian just released a Dallas Cowboys themed Skims line of clothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she must have had something to say.
Oh my God! The last time I had anything to do with the Cowboys was when I gave Ray J the Tony Blomo in that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95.
Caitlin?
Well, I've got that down and dirty with your mother, Chris Kim, but we did enjoy some yacht rock while we did the horizontal mambo. We started out with Taking It to the Sheets from the Gooby Brothers.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
We continued pounding it out, listening to Man Eater by Balls and Throats.
Now what are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is we finished with the sweet sounds of Stinklin' Dan John Ford Tonsil Goalie. Stinklin' Dan and John Ford Tonsil Goalie. That's I missed the ampersand.
Understood.
I'd really love to skeet you tonight.
I'm not talking about moving in.
Oh, he's not talking about moving at all. He just wants to stay for a little while. Come to the Yacht Rock show this weekend. And that's your Hollywood trash on Rock 102.
It's time to...
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's just about 6:14 with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102.
Gonna be not too bad today and tomorrow. Sunny today, cloudy tomorrow with a high of 67, and then rain on Sunday with a nice nor'easter moving in through the area. That'll keep us wet until about Tuesday or Wednesday. So 31 degrees. in downtown
That's cold.
Springfield.
That is awful cold.
Not as cold as it might be getting, I don't know, a cold instrument probed to you.
Steve, let me explain to you the importance of good colorectal health.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, yesterday I had a colonoscopy, did the prep on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Made a video of the whole thing. One of my finest crowning artistic achievements. And I do mean crowning.
Crowning.
Yeah, so I thought I put together a very instructive, very educational video, which you can see on the TikToks or the Facebooks or the Instagrams. It's quite a sensation. Anyway, 10 cups, all it took for that thing to start to working its magic.
That's like the whole bottle, isn't it?
No, you got to finish the whole gallon.
Yeah.
So you just because it starts to activate,
emulsify in the bottom of the jar, and you got to keep shaking it.
Oh, I shook. I shook it like a Polaroid picture, but it shook me all night long.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I was up all night long. But yeah, it worked and it was fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah, it tastes gross. Yeah, it's kind of like sucking down a big bucket of sludge. But in the end, it does its job. So I wake up yesterday morning and I'm ready to go. Haven't eaten since Tuesday because I had to do that liquid diet, which is awful. And I get there and I'm ready to go. They call me in and they start asking me a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Like when's the last time you took your medication? Which medications did you take?
What's your favorite food?
What's your favorite food? And I told them it was cheese. And they didn't care that much. But then as they're going through my list of medications.
What is your name?
Puddingtane.
What is your favorite color?
What is the airspeed velocity of a swallow?
I don't know. Anyway.
Anyhow, so they go through they go through the list of medications. Now, I did not get the instructions of what they didn't want me to take. Mm-hmm. So I took my medications like I thought I was supposed to.
Yeah.
But it was one on the list where apparently there's a higher risk of maybe like aspirating an undigested food or whatever it may be. And they said, well, here's the problem, see. We could either reschedule the entire procedure or we could do the colonoscopy without sedation.
How does that work?
I'm not a doctor, Steve, so I can't tell you for sure. Ultimately, it wound up being a decision by the anesthesiologist who said who could decide whether or not I could do it even with that medication or decided, no, we need to do it raw dog style.
Oh, raw dog.
So so they explained, it's okay, listen, it would be a little uncomfortable, not terrible. The good news is you'll be able to walk out of here without any restrictions. You'll be able to use heavy machinery. You'll be able to drive home. You'll be able to do all the things that we tell you not to do after you've had that glorious propofol nap.
Because you don't have the drug in you. Right.
Right. So I'm thinking, all right, well, let's weigh the options here. I've already done the prep. I've already drank the gallon. I took the day out of work. My wife took the day out of work to drive me.
Right, because you were going to take the drug.
Yeah, so I thought, well, okay, everything is all set up here. I don't really want to have to drink a second gallon of this. So I said, okay, I will go ahead and do it, provided that he's gentle.
Oh, yeah.
And says sweet nothings into my ear.
Right.
So as it turns out, I'm going to do this without any medication, without anything to take off the edge. I'm literally just making myself available.
Now, you know what happened to Magic Johnson, right?
What happened to Magic Johnson?
I'm just saying, you got to use protection sometimes.
Well, I believe they, it is a clinical environment. I mean, they're using I saw the guy take the colonoscope and wipe it under his armpit before he started using it. So I'm sure it was 100% totally clean. There could not possibly be anything wrong with the instrumentation.
Right. Okay.
So I even think he breathed on a little bit like, like when you got to clean your glasses.
Rubbed it off with a tissue?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
He
Yeah.
just rubbed it on his shirt.
All right.
So I go in there. It turns out the doctor, the nurse, and the technician, all very nice people. Mm-hmm. And the doctor, this is he and I have been acquainted before. This is not the first time he has given me the dreaded apparatus.
Uh-huh.
They're all listening to Rock 102 in the room.
While they're doing it?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
I got to tell you, as much as I love Dan Williams, and I do, I think he's one of the greatest guys ever. As much as I like Dan Williams, I never in a million years thought I would be penetrated in such a way while Dan is doing his show. Well, while he is talking about, Hotel California, for example.
Yeah, the funny thing, I don't want to sidetrack too much because I know you want to get through this, but there was a question on Reddit last week of, like, what is the weirdest thing you've ever had, like, erotic, encounters with? And somebody said it was like Rush Limbaugh in the background. I'm like, that's kind of where you're going. It's a familiar radio voice that you're hearing of something you wouldn't normally be doing.
Not under normal circumstances that I find Dan's show to be particularly soothing.
Yeah.
Or even remotely romantic at that point.
Was he talking about his tuna fish sandwich that Kim made him as you were getting the probe up the colon canal?
Thankfully, it was just a little bit before his lunchtime. But I'm sure that if I had gone in another half hour later,
right,
that's what would have been subjected to. So they're all listening. We're all talking. We're all gabbing and chatting and everything. And I got to watch the entire thing on the TV screen.
Oh, wow.
And actually, to be honest, even though I felt in a way, at my most vulnerable, I found the whole thing to be actually pretty fascinating.
I'm really fascinated by this because, like, obviously when I've done it, I've been knocked out cold. And then you just wake up and somebody had gone inside of you while you were asleep. This, you actually get to see the colon strange that you're getting.
Yes.
Did your wife get to watch, too, like a cuck?
No.
Honey, come in here. You know that thing I've always wanted to have done and you keep saying no? It's happening today.
Only this time, there's 4 people in the room.
Yeah.
No, it was not quite like that, and she was waiting in the lobby for me. So
all right.
It wasn't like she was involved. And I don't think she really would have wanted to be there to begin with.
But can you feel it moving around? I mean, obviously there's no nerve endings in there, but
you do feel, this is the weird part about it. It's not painful.
It's just invasive.
There's a lot of pushing around and manipulation and stuff. I mean, you're right. There's no nerve endings within inside of it. But when your guts are being kind of pushed and manipulated a little bit, you do feel a slight bit of cramping.
I am strangely aroused right now.
You know what, Steve? For every time I have suggested things in life, I never thought this would be among them. But I don't think this would be part of the toolbox.
You got to realize how lucky you are.
Yes.
Most people are put under and have no idea what happened. You got to watch the whole thing and listen to Tom Petty while you were doing it.
In fact, I think Free Fallin' was in fact playing in the background. But I got to see everything. I mean, I got to see deep inside myself, and I got to see them pull out one very small polyp. And that's actually, it's like nothing to it.
Yeah,
it's like a little, it's like a cowboy rodeo, a little lasso around the polyp, a little tug, and then boom, it's out, it's done.
Zip it off.
Yes,
pull it
simple,
out.
simple.
Now I had 7 of those in me,
which must have looked like a whole bunch of grapes.
Yeah, one was like 14 millimeters, which is huge for a polyp. It's like the size of a marble.
Yeah. So mine was very, very small, and they said, no, you don't have to come back for another 5 years.
That's pretty cool, though. That you got to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, I've always wondered, what it's, because that's the way I always perceived what those would be. I don't know if it was, again, all of my medical information comes from TV shows.
Yeah, right.
from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And I believe it was one guy.
There was a Marcus Welby you talked about a couple weeks ago.
But I just remember, I just remember watching some show, and the guy was getting a colonoscopy, and he was, commenting on his own being able to see inside himself. But that's what I thought they were until I went to one, and they knock you out.
Yeah.
But then you're lucky. That's a very lucky thing to witness.
They say that there's a lot more people that go without sedation than you might think.
Yeah.
But it is a very fractionally small people that do it without it. If you had the choice, I would probably want the propofol nap.
Yeah.
More so than doing it this way. But if I had to do it again this way, I wouldn't be that afraid of it. But I got to tell you, they did a nice job, and everything is clean. I don't have to go back for 5 more years.
They don't pressure wash while they're in there, right? They don't
They blow a little air in there, sweet little nothing kisses,
a reverse toot,
and they do. There is some flushing that goes on. I mean, everything is pretty much cleaned out anyway. But I mean, it's kind of like going to a dentist office, and they kind of flush out with the water pick.
Yeah,
this one's a colon pick.
No, it's like going to the police car wash where the guy, no matter what happens, the guy's still got to rub the brush on the back of the car because the sprayer doesn't get to that location.
Yeah, this is more like a brushless wash.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So anyway, I want to thank the doctor, the nurse that was there, and the technician.
Dr. Stinkfinger?
No, I'm due to medical privacy, I'm gonna leave everyone's name out of it. But they were all very, very nice, and actually they kind of walked me through and explained exactly what was going on.
Speaking of anti-privacy, what medication were you on? Were you on an anticoagulant or a statin or an ACE inhibitor or a beta blocker or a calcium channel blocker or a diuretic, or what were you on?
Yes, and yes.
What was the name of the medication, and what was the dosage, and how many times a day do you have to take it?
I believe it was it was called None Your Business to Fall at all, and then like 1,000 milligrams.
Yeah, I've had it up to here with you.
Why?
Because you come in, you tell a personal story like that, but you can't give us any details of what happened.
Well, it's because it's classified.
Well, how am I supposed to tell everybody where you're going next time you're not here and explain your absence? Bax is having his coagulants removed today.
Because I didn't want my medical privacy to be Coombsified right here on the air.
We should have live streamed that. We are blended everywhere.
It's 6:27 at Rock 102. It's 6:30 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Liam has the full forecast for you.
We got Scott Zolak coming up after 8 o'clock, which means that Open Line Friday will happen at 7 this morning. So if you're trying to think about what you want to say, it's 8 o'clock. You might want to do it a little bit earlier.
Is Zolak going to be on a Dunkin' run this morning as well?
I didn't get a chance to tell him to maybe mobile order this time, but we'll see what happens.
Maybe get the order before the interview starts, too. That might be a little bit helpful.
That's a possibility also.
Are you ready to laugh?
I am.
That's that.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
On Rock 102.
I make you laugh.
Springfield's classic rock.
You know what would have been weird in your colonoscopy thing?
What?
If you were laying there and you got knocked out, and it was the original voice guy on Rock 102, and then you wake up and it's the other voice guy on Rock 102. What did the timeline change while I was under?
This is some sort of portal.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear about the guy with 16 children?
No.
He always had to park on the street. Couldn't even pull out of the driveway. Hey, 16 kids. That's a lot.
Oh, that's a long history.
Bax and Nagle in the morning on Rock 102.
34 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Gary Rome Hyundai. Technicians get up to a $5,000 sign-on bonus right now. Learn more at GaryRomeHyundai.com/family. His local radio icon, Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. 3 men were arrested in Chicopee after a traffic stop revealed a suspended registration and a stash of drugs. Another failed student of the Steve Nagle College of Knowledge. Always make sure your auto RMV business is up to date. In a news release by the Chicopee Police on October 2nd at around 7:22 p.m., detectives observed a black Mercedes SUV on Broadway Street that they had previously attempted to pull over. On September 29th, the vehicle evaded police in the city of Springfield. Due to the escape, Detectives filed to suspend the vehicle's registration. On October 2nd, a traffic stop was conducted, and 3 occupants were ordered out of the vehicle due to that suspended registration. And then an inventory check was performed prior to the vehicle being towed. You had every opportunity. You know, they gave you a slap on the wrist by saying, hey, we're going to unregister the vehicle, and you can't drive this thing around anymore.
You know how like truck drivers are required to check in at weigh stations on major interstate highways? If you are also a delivery agent,
right?
Say it's in the drug trade, should there also be like a weigh station pullover so you can make sure that all your paperwork and emissions are compliant before getting back on the road?
You would think so, but some people just never learn their lesson. And here we have a prime example of that.
Don't know how these things fall through the cracks.
Detectives recovered a large sandwich bag filled with white wax baggies. Oh, maybe it's those little those taffy candies that they sell.
A little Laffy Taffy?
Laffy Taffy, which had a brown powder substance in them, believed to be either heroin or fentanyl. Also was located was a loaded firearm, which was reported stolen out of Lexington, North Carolina. All 3 occupants were then placed under arrest. The driver, 31-year-old Irving Echevarria of Springfield, also allegedly had a small plastic bag with a white rock substance believed to be cocaine in his sock. Who wants sock cocaine?
Yeah, I mean, people are going to be putting that up their nose.
All I'm thinking about is when what's his name? Who was Dave Einstein or Einstein? Who did he play on?
Oh, Super Dave Osborne.
Yeah, well, Super Dave Osborne. Who did he play on?
Marty.
Marty, right?
Marty Funkhauser.
Marty Funkhauser owes Larry $50 as he's running. He's like, no, I want to give you the $50 now. And he reaches down into his sock and tries to give it to Larry. And Larry's like, no, I don't want that because that's sock money. And then the whole thing. It's the same thing with this.
Yeah.
It's like, do you have any cocaine on you? Yeah, actually, it's right here. And then the guy takes off his Adidas.
Yep.
All day I dream about stimulants. And he takes it out of his sock and here you go. There's a fresh rock of crack cocaine right here. And the guy's like, I'm not putting that up my nose.
I'm not going to smoke it either because that's just going to go right inside of me. No.
That's like a trick or treat smell my feet. Give me something sweet to put up my nose.
You know, when you think of all the illegal contraband that has been muled across, say, international borders or state lines or wherever, and you know that there are times when it is hidden in certain places within the human body, and then you're going to snort that into your system.
Yeah,
this is why I just say no, thank you.
No, yeah, that's all you got to do is just be polite and say no.
Yeah, I don't know where this has been or how this got here, but if you were at a restaurant and found out that, say, like a piece of fish fell on the floor, well, you wouldn't want to eat something like that, would you?
No,
Of course not.
I don't know. I would.
Piece of fish on the floor.
What kind of fish are we talking about? Is it breaded?
Halibut.
Is it breaded? Or is it broiled?
Pan-seared.
Yeah, maybe I would.
I wouldn't.
5-second rule.
You have any idea what's on the floor of a restaurant?
Do you have any idea what you're eating when it comes out of the restaurant? I've worked in many restaurants. There would be a lot of places you wouldn't eat anymore.
Probably true.
You know? I'm actually
best not to know.
I used to work at this really fancy restaurant when I was a teenager.
Bickford's?
Up in Skinny Atlas, New York.
Ooh.
The Sherwood Inn.
So not the Bickfords.
No. I mean the black prep cook in the back would call it the Sherwood Inn.
Sure.
Yeah, welcome to the Sherwood Inn. Yeah, here you're going to be spending the rest of your afternoon and evening here with all of us in the back. But that was the kind of place that was a well-respected restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
However,
right,
they would find things once in a while that somebody would overlook, and there'd be like maggots in the drain of the sink. And,
sure.
While they're charging, $39 for a piece of filet mignon on the side.
Sure.
You think some of that money would have gone to have cleaned up the maggots that were growing in the sink drain.
I mean, that's maggots got to go somewhere.
Do they?
Well, if they want to continue to be maggots, yes.
The Berkshire District Attorney's Office has issued a warning of an active crime ring targeting gyms and yoga studios in the Northeast. In a news release sent to 22 News on Wednesday, the DA's office reports that thieves are breaking into vehicles parked at fitness studios, stealing wallets and other personal items. They say that a spree of break-ins has occurred in both Pittsfield and Sheffield. The crime ring is then falsifying checks and posing as stolen identities throughout Massachusetts and the Northeast. 3 women had their purses stolen from the vehicle while attending a fitness class on North Main Street in Sheffield. You ever been to Sheffield?
Sure.
Ain't nothing out there in Sheffield
pretty-
other than the yoga studio.
Pretty bleak area.
They viewed surveillance video and identified a white Jeep seen exiting the property. The license plate on the vehicle came back as stolen from a car in Dalton. Wow, these Berkshire people are really ramping up the crime.
Sure are.
On the same day, 2 women reported having their checkbooks and personal items stolen from their cars while parked in the William Street Shopping Plaza in Pittsfield. The plaza includes a yoga studio.
Steve, I believe it's pronounced Pittsfield.
Have you ever been out there?
I have.
I believe it's pronounced Pittsfield. A bank in Worcester alerted one of the Sheffield victims that someone was attempting to cash a check using their identity from a check stolen in the Pittsfield case. In addition, one of the checks stolen in the Pittsfield case was actually being fraudulently cashed. Video surveillance at the bank shows the same white Jeep. It may believe these 2 things are, connected.
Not that I've spent, I don't know if you're aware of this, not that I've spent an exorbitant amount of time in gyms and in health clubs, but why can't you just bring your purse into the gym with you?
I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it?
I mean, I realize that it's kind of like a status thing. You don't want to be seen as the one that's carrying like a shopping bag or a box or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're worried about things getting stolen from your car, bring it in with you. Who cares? Big whoop.
Well, I mean, when you're in an area like Pittsfield and Sheffield, you tend to believe, who's going to steal stuff from my car? Because you're out in the country for the most part.
Well, Pittsfield is technically a city.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the surrounding areas and, where they're talking about is kind of like in the rural area of Pittsfield.
I still believe it's pronounced Pittsfield.
You know what? Agree to disagree. Tomato, Bax. So I think that's what, it's like, we don't need to leave it. It's like people live out in the country, they don't lock their car doors. I lock my car doors all the time.
Me too.
But because you never know who's going to sneak up and try to steal change from you. All that stuff I got in my car that's so valuable. Hey, you want this? Hey, you want this yogurt cup that one of my kids left in the back seat?
Would you like some stale goldfish cracker crumbs?
Right. There's plenty of food. Anyway, on October 2nd, they arrested a woman. The 44-year-old Brandy Graff of Halifax, Pennsylvania, was arrested for all of these things that she was doing.
So Brandy's not really a fine girl.
No, but she would make a good wife.
What a good inmate she will be.
That's right. Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 60. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 67. And then a nor'easter moves in through the area, coming on Sunday afternoon to western Massachusetts and then continuing all the way until Tuesday morning. It's 31 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 6:52 in Steppenwolf with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102.
Gonna be sunny today with a high of 60. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 67. It's 31 right now in downtown Springfield.
Still a fine night to join me at the Mighty Oktoberfest tonight at Fort Street at the Student Prince. I'll be there from 5 to 7, tapping the keg and getting ready for all the festivities for the big Oktoberfest. They shut down Fort Street. Lots of fun, all kinds of things going on. And it's going on tonight and tomorrow. So if you are looking to enjoy great German beers, bratwursts, and big giant pretzels the size of a Cadillac, then that is the place to go. The Mighty Oktoberfest tonight, 5 to 7 on 4th Street at the Student Prince.
Well, our global nightmare is over.
Which thing?
The nearly 900 hikers, mountain guides, and other staffers who were stranded by a blizzard on the Chinese side of Mount Everest have all been rescued. A severe storm struck the popular climbing area on Saturday night, kicking off a multi-day rescue operation to secure 580 hikers and some 300 workers who were stuck more than 16,000 feet up the mountain. About 350 were able to descend by Monday, with the rest secured overnight Tuesday. Never made it to the top. Can you imagine that?
That's sort of a bummer.
Dozens of climbers rescued are now contending with hypothermia from the perilous trek, according to the Chinese state media. Those who were flagged with illness were escorted to a meeting point by rescue teams who had prepared heating, medicine, food, and oxygen supplies. The chaos on the mountain erupted over the weekend as tourists celebrated the week-long Golden Week holiday, commemorating the start of the Chinese Communist Party rule on October 1st of 1949.
That's a hell of a party.
Ain't no party like a communist mountain party, because a communist mountain party don't stop until the storm comes in.
Until you have to be rescued.
Heavy snowfall began on Friday with a full blizzard encircling the party of climbers and leaving them stranded by Saturday. Chinese and Tibetan officials launched a rescue effort to escort the hikers and mountain guides down Everest, with first responders climbing with horses and drones to aid in the search. Here's the question, the moral question.
Sure.
These people pay anywhere from $30 to $40-something thousand to go on, to do this, to climb up a mountain. And I remember, when I was a kid and hearing somebody climb Mount Everest, that was like, oh my God, that's a feat.
Sure.
But now you have this whole group of people who clearly have money to burn for a guide to take you up the mountain to do this. And I've seen some video of what it actually looks like at the top of Mount Everest.
Yeah.
It's like a line. There's a line waiting to get up to the top. It's like they're taking turns. Like one guy goes up, does his, hey, I made it to the top, and he starts climbing back down. And it almost becomes well, how cool is it anymore if everybody's doing it? All these people with money just throwing money at the problem to get up to get this clout to get to the top of Mount Everest. Who's responsible for the rescue operation? I mean, you're voluntarily doing this. This isn't something that, you're walking out in the woods on a sunny day and all of a sudden you get caught in a mudslide or a rock falls on you or something like that. I think that's a little bit different than voluntarily spending all this money and then expecting all these people to help rescue you.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. But I mean, I'm now that you mention it, you imagine you've just traversed on one of those dangerous mountainsides in the world, only to find out that you got to wait in a line at the top?
That's
who is the ticket agent up there? You
know what? It was the same with the Las Vegas sign. You know that big welcome to fabulous Las Vegas is the first thing on the beginning of what the strip is in Vegas. It's a big giant sign. And everybody, there's people getting their picture taken out in front of it and all that stuff. But the line to get to it is very, very long. It's not as romantic as it seems from a picture, because there's so many people gathered there waiting to get their picture taken that it's kind of just you're on an island in the middle of the highway to get your picture taken. It's the same thing on Everest. These people are waiting in a line just to get that one wave at the top of the mountain after spending $40,000.
People can't wait in a line at Big Y at the deli waiting for sliced bologna. Can you imagine waiting all that and now you got to stand in a line? Come on, move the line along.
Yeah, it's like going to the
Cumbies. You don't have all day here.
It's like going to the Cumbies and somebody parking at the pump and then going inside after pumping their gas and getting all their stuff.
You know what else? Yeah. There have been 7,269 people that have climbed Mount Everest successfully.
Yeah.
It's not special anymore after the first 2 or 3.
Well, somebody put one of the opinions I saw in a video the other day. The mountain, you have to walk over dead bodies to get up to the top of that thing because they don't take the dead bodies off the mountain.
They leave them there.
Yeah. So you're crawling over dead bodies to get up there. Don't you think the mountain is trying to tell you something? Don't do this?
Listen, Mount Washington in New Hampshire gets 7,269 people every 3 days to climb that mountain, and they can stay in their car to do it.
You know what?
That's a mountain that's worth climbing.
Takes you about 30 minutes to drive up Mount Greylock out in the Berkshires. And you can drive.
Yeah.
And you can come all the way. You don't even have to lift a finger.
And the line's not nearly as long.
No, and it's actually beautiful views this time of year with the peeping.
Open Line Friday coming up in just a matter of minutes. It's 6:58 at Rock 102.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Outdoor Power Headquarters, Steel, Ego, Craftsman, Toro, DeWalt.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? As many of you might know, the start of the NBA regular season is about 12 days away, with some teams already beginning their preseason schedule. The Celtics, for example, their preseason's already underway. In fact, tonight they'll be on the road for a meaningless game against the Toronto Raptors, but that's neither here nor there. One team that has not yet begun their preseason schedule would be the Lakers, who don't start playing their meaningless exhibition games until Sunday. Why am I telling you this? Because one of the players who will not be playing on Sunday will be LeBron James. In fact, LeBron won't be playing for the next 3 to 4 weeks as he tries to recover from a painful burst of grueling sciatica. Now, for anyone who has ever suffered from sciatica, I'm sure you can only imagine how great playing basketball would feel. Not that great. And in LeBron's case, this not only takes him off the court for the next couple of weeks, it will also cause him to miss the Lakers' season opener against Golden State on October 21st. Now, why should anyone give a damn about this? Well, this season will represent LeBron's 23rd year in the NBA, which would eclipse the record set by Vince Carter for the longest career in NBA history. Now, I'm no doctor, but I have had my share of occasional sciatic flare-ups since I was LeBron's age. And in my medical opinion, the fastest way to get over a round of debilitating sciatica after the age of 40 is to stop playing professional basketball. Call me crazy, but after 22 years of championships, awards, record-setting statistics, and searing nerve pain, I would probably choose to stop playing a game meant for kids and retire. Because you see, and this may be hard to accept, by normal basketball standards, you're a very old man who is prone to re-aggravating painful medical conditions. Conditions that do not get solved by trying to prove that you're still a young man. In other words, let's slow down there, Gramps. You got nothing else to prove in your career. Stop before things get worse, because they will unless you don't. And trust me, you are not going to like the way it turns out. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Hey, you got a good winter coat? Your deck would like to have a good winter coat too. Go to Rocky's for Cabot Deck Stain. You know, the good stuff. It's good deck. It's a good deck, so you want to treat it right. Good Cabot wood stains, been around for over 140 years. They kind of know what they're doing when it comes to decks, and you can find it at your neighborhood Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 7:12 at Aerosmith with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102.
Sunny and 60 today. It is 31 right now in downtown Springfield.
And now, live from the Richard Grieco Studios in East Longmeadow, Massachusetts, it's
Open Line Friday!
All right, 413-293-1021.
What number were you giving out?
I have no idea. Anyway, that is the number for Open Line Friday. We are brought to you by Linton Septic. You can call to give us crap at Linton Septic, so the one you call to get it pumped.
All right.
Here are the rules. No foul language, no hate speech, try not to act like a dink, get to your point in 30 seconds.
And because of Scott Zolak, we get to see the difference again between the 7 o'clock and the 8 o'clock crowd.
Yeah, Scott's going to be joining us after 8 o'clock. That's why we're doing it now. Ipso fatso. Now we're waiting for your calls.
This hour we got dinks. Next hour we got dunks.
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning, boys. It's Vince the plumber.
Hey,
man,
Vince, how are
we're
you?
hoping for a different audience. But go ahead, Vince.
Well, happy Friday. Just wanted to say you guys did an awesome job this week. And happy Friday, and have a great weekend.
Wow. Thanks, Vince. What, did you just wake up or something?
Pretty much. Coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
Ah, okay.
Nobody,
you know what? Hey, you know what? Now that you got me going, throw a shout out to Dan over at Eddie's Packy.
Yeah.
Great, fine alcohol and great cigarettes.
I was going to ask you if your cirrhosis dealer was on the thank you list this morning.
Have a great weekend, boys.
You do.
Okay, Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, Bax and Steve. This is Billy Bob from Bay State. How are you?
Hey,
Good, Billy Bob.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know. Yesterday's show, I guess, was Bax and Bax and Steve Nagle preview, the one with Cracker Barrel and everything.
Yeah, the best of Bax and Nagle.
Yeah, that's it. You had us laughing down here at Bay State in the kitchen, and keep up the good work because you guys make our day.
All right, thank you.
It was the crack whore barrel. That's what it was.
That's it. I didn't want to say that, but I figured you would. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks, Billy.
All right, Billy. Thank you. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Eric, the tire guy. How's it going, guys?
Good, Eric. What's up?
I want to tell you about a certain McDonald's in Weed, Massachusetts. On the way, Steve, I hope I pronounced this name correctly. It's called Pittsfield, correct?
Yeah, I believe that's exactly.
No, actually, I believe it's pronounced Pittsfield.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
But anyway, this McDonald's, I go there to get some breakfast burritos, and the woman wants to charge me for mild picante sauce. I go, what's next? You gonna charge me for ketchup? How many grains of salt do you want? Come on, man.
You know, they've been slowly introducing ever since the grocery stores decided, hey, you know what? We're going to start charging you 10 cents for every bag, paper or plastic, depending on what we have here. Ever since that kind of thing started happening, all these other places are like, hey, you know what? We could charge a quarter for this and a quarter for that and make our money back.
You know, the thing is, Eric, you could contact Mayor McCheese yourself, but that's the way the world is going. We're not that far away from a napkin fee.
Oh, I am going to write a strong, stern letter to Ronald.
Yeah. Go right ahead. And best of luck
guys.
to you.
Happy Friday.
All right, there you go. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
It's Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. What's up?
Hey, I just want to touch bases about John O'Brien. You know, I've seen it on the computer that he doesn't have very much time to live.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that is true. The Mass Live story yesterday, all about it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to hear that. He was really a great guy.
Well, we appreciate that.
Well, I mean, he's still alive.
Oh, yeah, he still is, but still, hearing that devastating news doesn't help.
No, we completely agree.
Well, they try to keep his spirit up. I went over and visited him yesterday to show him how to properly use social media, and it reminded me very much of how I used to have to show my grandmother how to program the VCR.
Well, at least he was in good spirits.
Yeah, he was doing all right. Yes.
All right, we appreciate the call. Thank you. All right, Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Jim.
What's up, Jim?
I was calling in to talk to the guys online.
You are live on the air with Bax and Nagle.
Oh, hey, this is Big Jim. I got the twins right next to me. I wanted to give a shout out to Plimpton and Hills, but I think our buddies down south, Sergeant Brian Fahey and the Connecticut State Police, deserve a better one.
Okay.
And hey, how come some people still think that schools are putting litter boxes in the corner of the room for kids?
You know,
I don't understand where people.
The funny thing is that never happened, and it was
absolutely never happened.
It was an urban legend.
Yeah, urban legend. But some people still believe that actually happened, and that's what gets under their craw.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Think about if it actually did happen. What would have happened in the classroom and the health department and all that? I'm like, yeah, we would have known about it.
Yeah, we would have known about it.
I got to tell you though,
it's fresh though.
I know, but
rumor again.
In high school, I sure would have liked a scratching post for my own purposes.
Yeah.
Why can't we go back to those old urban legends? I remember. Do you ever do the Petri dish thing when you were in school, where you take a swab of your cheek with the toothpick, and then you put it in the Petri dish and you let it see what kind of bacteria grows after a couple of days?
Sure.
And then there was always that one kid who knew a kid who knew a kid who knew a kid who knew a girl who did that in her science class, and they found something nefarious in that cheek swab.
There you go.
And everybody knew she's the girl you want to go on a date with,
or but not introduced to mom and dad.
Right.
Of course. Well, that's a good urban legend too.
Yeah.
Hey, we appreciate the call. Thank you.
All right, take care.
All right, Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
My name is Brandon.
Hey, Brandon. What's up?
You're a fine girl.
No,
How much is Just calling in to the listener live and let you guys know about a free community event that my team and I are hosting tomorrow at Millside Park in East Hampton.
Okay, well, tell us all about it.
It's called Millside Amplified 2. We have it's about 12 noon to 8 p.m. We got about 5-6 bands on there. We're going to have a laser light show thanks to Fort Life Entertainment. We're going to have a full-blown production, one of the best sound systems in the Northeast, activities for kids, food trucks, vendors, all that stuff, and it's free. Millside Park, right behind the Eastworks building.
Sweet. Very nice.
All right.
Well, good luck with that.
Thanks.
Hope it's a great event.
Good luck with that. Thanks,
Okay,
everyone.
all right.
Look, I hear myself.
Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's the original plumber that started the whole plumber call. And the
Oh,
guy
yeah.
Did
You see what you did, you son of a... Yeah.
What can we do for you?
Hey, the best one is with Funkhauser and Super Dave when Larry stole the flowers out in the street and brought them to Funkhauser's house, and he got caught. And other than that, KC and the Sunshine Band, Waterbury Palace this weekend.
All right. Very good.
Get down tonight.
All right. Bring your boogie shoes. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
This is Daniel.
Hey, Daniel. What's up?
My brother.
What's on your mind, Daniel?
Yeah, I was just calling to let you know that you're doing a great job. I listen to you every single day and want to have a great weekend.
Oh, we appreciate it. You too.
Thank you, Daniel.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
All right.
Rock. Okay, Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Don from South Deerfield.
Hey, what's up,
Don?
Hey, Steve, I'm just curious. How come you hate Tom Petty so much?
I don't. And, this is why I have a really hard time calling you folks listeners. Because it's not that I hate Tom Petty. I hate the fact that we play the same 4 Tom Petty songs over and over and over again. The guy had, 6 hits? We could play those extra 2.
Why can't you just play whatever you want from Tom Petty?
Because we are not the distributors of the music that gets played here.
Yeah,
we're just we're just 2 idiots.
That's not how radio works. We don't pick and choose.
Really?
It is chosen for us, and we will like it.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
very
Well,
good.
thanks for the
All
great
right, well,
conversation.
Thank you very
I
much. We could
appreciate
go
it.
on for that forever.
I guess so.
All right. Okay. Well, you want to wrap it up? Oh, no, we got more calls.
Yeah, we got
Take
more
more
calls.
here. Rock 102. Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, this is Wallace, the real plumber from Connecticut. How you guys
Oh, my
doing
God,
this
is
morning?
the
God,
plumber
you got
show?
like dueling
I know.
plumbers here. What's up?
Hey, I got a quick joke for you.
All right, keep it clean.
It's clean. So you got a stay-at-home dad. The wife calls him one day, one afternoon. Hey, honey, what are you doing? He said, nothing. I'm just checking out our marriage certificate. She said, why? Well, I was looking for the expiration date.
Ah, the expiration date. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right.
The expiration date. Did you hear that one,
That's a caution right there, Steve. Okay, very good. Thanks again to Linton Septic for providing their support of Open Line Friday. Day 23 on Rock 102. It's 7:26 of Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. Real quick, just want to mention that part of the Oktoberfest tonight at the Student Prince, the mayor will be giving the key to the city to the Yee and Picknelly families tonight. I think that's very cool.
Very nice.
Apparently, they're going to take that key and see how fast the city can go.
And then they're going to turn it into a Hawaiian Polynesian dance hall.
Hey, you know what? I would love to see that happen.
I would love that to happen. Yeah, Polynesian dinner, a couple of scorpion bowls on the mayor's desk.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, a couple of egg rolls, and I'll be ready to rip.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's a very nice honor. That's very cool.
The Yee family and the Picknelly family have both for years done a lot for the city, so that'll be great. That's tonight at the Student Prince. We'll be tapping the keg around 5:30 or so.
I know it.
What?
You sell the courthouse to the Yee family, and they'll turn it into the food court, and they'll have a taste of all their. I mean, they have to renovate the building and get rid of all the mold first.
I was going to say, I think the building is too sick for to serve food in.
But the food court, you see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but they can barely serve justice without people getting sick.
You never mind all the nefarious diseases that have come out of that courthouse. Think about having a scorpion bowl, an egg roll, a white hut burger, a piece of sushi, whatever you want could be at the food court in downtown Springfield.
You could walk up to the fixing bench and have yourself a good time.
Yeah. You're out of order. No, your order's just not ready yet.
This is next to Rock 102.
Here's your Western map.
7:31 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Gary Rum Hyundai. Technicians get up to a $5,000 sign-in bonus right now. Learn more at GaryRumHyundai.com/family. His local radio icon, Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. A man has died following a skydiving accident at Orange Municipal Airport on Saturday afternoon. In a news release from the Northwestern DA's office, 62-year-old Robert Sabo of Connecticut was taken to UMass Medical Center in Worcester following the accident. The DA's office said that he died on Tuesday evening. Jumptown Skydiving, which provides services across New England, said that there was a midair collision between two experienced skydivers. They said that Szabo landed on airport property under a fully functioning parachute. Both skydivers were treated by first responders and taken to the hospital for their injuries. The cause of the accident is being investigated by the Mass State Police Detective Unit, the Orange Police Department, and the Federal Aviation Administration. The FAA, 22 News contacted the FAA for a preliminary report and additional information. However, they stated, due to a lapse in funding, the FAA is not responding to routine media inquiries. The government shut down. So
Yes, of course.
So we're not going to find out.
Until it's all over.
Right.
Gotcha.
Westfield Public Schools are dealing with an outbreak of chicken pox, prompting district officials to send a message to parents about the highly contagious disease. As of Thursday, there were at least 5 confirmed cases across 4 Westfield schools, raising concerns among parents and some guardians about the spread of the illness. I'm worried about those children that might not have had their vaccinations for any reason, said Louise Thompson, a grandparent. Chickenpox usually lasts around a week, and with a blister-like itchy rash, some people may experience more severe symptoms. The disease can be also serious or life-threatening, particularly during pregnancy in babies, adults, and for people with weakened immune systems. In a letter sent to parents, the district said in part, "We strongly encourage all families to review their child's vaccination records to ensure they are up to date with the chickenpox vaccine." The district also provided guidance for vulnerable students. Additionally, if your child is immunocompromised, we advise that you consult with a medical professional for further guidance on how to proceed.
Well, that's not good.
No.
You ever have it? Chickenpox?
I did. I got it from my older brother. He was like, he was like 18 or 19. Which is worse to get it when you're an adult.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got it. I was like 11, I think 10 or 11 years old. And obviously we're staying in the same house, so he gave it to me.
I contracted it from my sister, who got it first. And I got it just before I was going to be in the school play.
Oh.
Like 2 days before opening night. And I had a big role in this play. I had to back out.
What was your role in the play?
I don't even remember the damn play. All I know was I was sensational in it, and I was expecting gales of applause due to my overwhelmingly convincing portrayal of whatever character I was supposed to play. But nevertheless, had to back out. Some kid had to learn all my lines in 24 hours, and he did it. And yet,
he was your understudy.
He was my understudy. Yeah, that's it. And, it was a sad day, but what have you.
I mean, what have you? I mean, that was probably that could have changed your entire career.
It might have, but it did not, thank God. And, it just, maybe that prevented me from being a Broadway actor.
Could have been
Please.
Right, come on.
Come on, it was a high school production.
Yeah, the only acting you'll be doing on Broadway is...
acting the fool.
Right.
That's right. That's what I'm looking to do.
2 suspects have been arrested after an investigation in Holyoke. That's it.
That's it?
I'm just kidding.
No news information about that?
No, it's like one single sentence, and then the rest of the story follows, but it's like, that's not news. There's an investigation all the time in Holyoke. Somebody's always getting arrested in Holyoke.
That's how they stay busy.
Elyria police said they were called to Farnham Drive for a reported threat involving a gun around 7:40 p.m. on Tuesday. One officer located the vehicle suspected to have been involved in the incident at a gas station on Whiting Farms Road. 3 people were inside the vehicle. A female driver was later released. While police continued to investigate, 2 passengers, 27-year-old Joel Vasquez of Holyoke and 33-year-old Manuel Gant of Springfield. Authorities noted that Vasquez was reportedly subject of the criminal complaint. Officers reportedly saw an open bottle of alcohol and a crack pipe in the vehicle, and a knife was found during a search. How many times did we go over this in class at the Steve Nagle College of Criminal Knowledge? Always make sure that your alcohol is sealed and your drugs are elsewhere before you get in a vehicle.
You know, you can always drink and get high after you've reached your destination.
In addition, police recovered approximately 162 grams of suspected crack cocaine, 46 strips of Suboxone, and more than 100 bags of suspected heroin, and more than $400 in cash.
Those sound like clues.
Well, it's all the cash and prizes you'll win today on the Price is Right. Vasquez, whom police has said had previous drug distribution convictions in Hampton Superior Court, was arrested on charges including cocaine trafficking, 2 counts of possession with the intent to distribute a Class A drug, and, you know, they list all the things he's involved in. It's a laundry list.
This sounds like a young man who hasn't hasn't learned his lesson yet. What's it going to take?
What is it going to take?
I don't have answers.
I thought you had
purely rhetorical question. I didn't expect an answer.
Oh, I thought you had an answer.
No, I don't have answers.
Oh, come on.
I got answers to anything.
I thought this was you when I read this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Crews responded, but it was in Springfield, so I knew it wasn't you. Crews responded to a fire on Sycamore Street on Tuesday. The fire started in the bathroom. And, from your prep and that video that you put out there with the nuclear explosion.
Yes, there were no sparks.
Yeah.
It just felt that way.
Yeah, there were no reported injuries in this one, and no one was displaced. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. Who's blowing up the bathroom now?
Hey, we've all done it, haven't we? We've all been there.
Hey, you know what? It's a natural thing that it eventually is going to occur, right?
Yeah, but when you blow up the bathroom, it's usually not followed by flames and...
or Droopy Monty.
Oh, no, he blew it up again.
Oh, no. That explosive diarrhea is going to cost him big time.
Oh, no. He's still got 1/3 of the bucket to fill.
Droopy, what happened? How did this happen? Well, when you're swimming in the ocean and you feel a big explosion, diarrhea. Diarrhea. Authorities have identified the victim of a deadly Springfield stabbing. Peyton North, spokesman for the Hampden County DA's office, said Springfield police were called to a reported stabbing on the 2800 block of Main Street on Monday, September 29th, around 10:30 p.m. When they arrived, they found a man suffering from a stab wound. He was taken to Bay State Medical Center, where he later died. On Wednesday, the victim was identified as 48-year-old Timothy Chapdelaine of Springfield. 2 days after the incident, 36-year-old Hector Lopez of Springfield was arrested and charged with murder. He was arraigned and ordered held without bail and is due back in court on October 30th. Another story out of Westfield I saw this morning, and I always have to save the screenshots because sometimes, it's not going to be there when you come back.
Right.
This was from I believe, the Westfield Evening News in the police blotter section.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what date this was, but it says 12:39 p.m. on Court Street. There was a 911 call about 2 women arguing during a funeral service at a cemetery. When officers arrived, they learned the women were arguing over the urn used for the deceased ashes. They were told to stay apart until after the service. That was the police call that they got.
They were arguing over the urn?
Oh, it's probably like, well, wait a minute. I wanted him in a Pringles can because he loved Pringles so much. You want him in this fancy jar that we don't have the money to spend on.
There's a time and a place for arguments like this, and funeral is like, I mean, really, that's not the time to be involved in argumentation. It's a time to show respect to the poor person who is no longer with us. God rest his soul.
But I can kind of understand because people's emotions get high when somebody dies, and there's a lot of uncertainty, there's sadness, there's all kinds of people are grieving, and sometimes that grief comes out in unexpected ways. And listen, nobody got hurt, nobody got arrested.
Well,
it was a simple argument over what canister you used to put our loved one in.
A Pringles can, really?
Well, I mean, I'm just guessing. Well, somebody who really enjoys something, you'd want to spend eternity in that. My late wife, her uncle, who passed away many years ago, my father-in-law had his ashes inside of a speaker in his garage because he loved music so much.
Poignant.
So they put the ashes in the speaker.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
Isn't that crazy?
I'd like to be buried in a can of chock full of nuts.
Why?
Because it's that heavenly coffee.
Is it
a better coffee millionaires money can't buy?
Is it the release when you pull the tab and you can smell that whiff of
That's exactly
fresh vacuum-packed smell?
I would love to be buried amongst the coffee grounds.
I wouldn't mind, smelling coffee for eternity.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be a bad.
Who doesn't love the smell of coffee in the morning?
A fresh roast.
Yeah,
a fresh roasted.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not like the actual roasting process. Did you ever smell that?
That's a little
disgusting.
That's a little funky. But once it's in the can or in the bag, then yeah, I'm all for it.
Oh, they used to have that guy up in Greenfield who was yelling at the coffee roaster for making.
Oh yeah,
remember he was standing outside on the street yelling at the building. Damn you!
You ruined my life.
The scent up here is ridiculous. Turn that scent down. No,
listen,
nobody came outside.
No one. That guy barely has a complaint. Imagine what the people in West Springfield feel like every time Bondi's Island starts to bloom. Those people got a cause for concern.
I was at Westfield last night. I stopped at the Pride Station on Main Street.
Yeah,
you could smell. There's that sewage treatment plant right behind there.
Sure,
you could smell that was stinking to high hell, and it was like a cool night too with the breeze blowing. You'd think you wouldn't smell it that bad.
No.
But there it was.
Yeah,
usually it's the warmer weather that does that. I don't know, Bax. I don't know how that whole thing, sometimes it smells and sometimes it doesn't. Is it just the way the wind's blowing?
I think that's it, but I also think they've done certain improvements over there to lessen the stink. Used to be so much worse.
Do they throw those beads that you throw in your laundry, like the Downy beads, into the tanks?
Yes. I believe
freshen it up a little bit?
That's exactly what they do.
Oh, I'm glad they're taking care of the problem. Then.
See?
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today, going to be sunny with a high of 60. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 67. It's 32 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Touchdown.
Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's about 7:50, and Jimi Hendrix of Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It's going to be sunny today with a high of 60. It's 32 right now in downtown Springfield.
This week in Baxy's Musical Podcast, my guest has been Greg Langston, the drummer for a band called the Sea Hags. This is a band that back in 1989 was considered to be the next Guns N' Roses, but for a number of different reasons and problems, they missed it by that much, and it never really happened. It only released
by that much.
It's an amazing story about a band that really was being heavily touted as the next big thing, and the story is amazing. Next week, I'm going to be welcoming back Daniel Ash, the former guitar player for Bauhaus and Love and Rockets, and he's got a brand new band called Ashes and Diamonds. A new album's coming out on Halloween. He's been on the podcast before. I was the first one to ever interview him on a podcast before, which is crazy. But there's a new record coming out. It's been 7 years in the making. He'll also talk about how he was Love and Rockets was on the bill during that night in Boston when Jane's Addiction had that fist fight on stage.
Yeah.
End of the band, end of the tour. We talk about all of that. It's a really cool interview. That's on Monday on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Spotify, the Rock 102 YouTube channel, rock102.com, and on the app. Brought to you by Metro, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram at Chicopee and Rock 102 Springfield's Classic Rock.
You know, you should think about interviewing on that thing. Dave Edmonds. Try to get him on.
Dave, I would love to, but
we
Dave
should do that for the marathon, maybe.
Dave Edmonds had some health issues this year.
Oh.
So he might not be available. Love to do Dave Edmonds. I've been trying forever to get Nick Lowe, too.
I was just listening to Dave Edmonds yesterday.
Mhm.
And I'm like, this would be great for Bax, because he was one of those versatile guys that wrote a bunch of songs, produced a lot of music, and I think it was it Bruce Springsteen wrote songs for him?
I possibly. I honestly don't know that.
Hang on.
But Dave Edmonds had some great songs, and also, I don't know if you ever heard the Rock Pile album.
Yeah,
one of the great power pop records of the 70s.
The song From Small Things, Big Things Come. That was a Bruce Springsteen, and
There
you
you
can
go.
actually hear, even though Dave Edmonds is singing that song.
Yeah,
you can. It's funny how you can hear the style of the artist who wrote it. You know what I mean? Like, you can hear the Bruce Springsteen. You could picture him singing that because kind
of like he did with like Patti Smith and Because the Night. He wrote the song, she wrote the lyrics, and it was a song that he couldn't come up with lyrics, and she did it, and then it wound up becoming a huge hit for her. But that's a Springsteen song.
Well, didn't what's her name do that with 10,000 Maniacs? Is it the same song, or is it a different song?
Natalie Merchant.
Natalie Merchant. Because the Night, didn't she?
Probably. Yeah, she probably did it.
Yeah.
But the Patti Smith one is the popular, more well known.
Oh, Natalie Merchant did it, and it was for one of them VH1 storyteller thing shows, and that was like the thing that kept getting played back in the 90s over and over and over. It's like our modern day Tom Petty. The same one over and over.
Yeah,
and over
I can see you making the case for that.
Yeah. But Dave Edmonds, I mean, if he's in good health, we should try to get him on for the Mayflower Marathon.
That would be great. Like I said, though, he had to come off. I don't know if he was touring or recording or what he was doing, but he suffered. He suffered a very serious health crisis.
We gotta get some of these guys before they.
They're not getting any. They're not getting any younger. That's for sure.
No, I mean we had all those interviews scheduled. Tom Petty, David Bowie. That 2016 was a bad year for us. We had scheduled all of that stuff.
Just all of them going like dominoes. It was really unfortunate.
It was crazy.
But so actually got some pretty cool ones coming up. Guys who have played with as many people as Dave Edmonds, maybe even more. But that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. By the way, the Brimfield Brew Fest is coming on Saturday, October 18th at the New England Motel in Brimfield. More than 30 craft and home brewers, food trucks, and more. You can get your tickets at brimfieldbrewfest.com. If you don't win tickets, you can purchase them 30% off in the Shop 30 store at rock102.com. I happen to have a pair of those tickets right now. 10th caller, 293-1021. You got to be over 21 in order to win because, you see, it's a brew fest.
Yeah, while many places do allow kids to hang around because they're outdoor pavilions and stuff, this particular event is a 21-plus event.
Right, and we can't give tickets to someone who is not yet 21.
Oh, man.
You can be over 21, but if you're below, no.
We're not the creepy uncles.
Nope.
We're not giving out booze to kids.
We do enough we do enough things to harm children's minds.
Yeah.
Just on the show alone.
Yeah, well, I mean, I always question a parent, somebody who's, my kids and I listen to you guys all the time. And they're like 6 and 7, years old. And it's like, you really have horrible parenting skills. But that's okay.
We are not two people that should be put in charge of your children.
You never know.
There you go.
All right.
Good luck. It's 7:55 on Rock 102.
Rock 102. Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Outdoor Power Headquarters, Steel, Ego, Craftsman, Toro, DeWalt.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, as you know, there are times when a man can occasionally get overserved at any cocktail churning establishment. These things, unfortunately, happen all the time. One minute you're having fun with your good time friends, the next minute you're breathing into a device on the side of the highway. And while I would never recommend driving under the influence of any intoxicating substance, there are some people who are just not in the right condition to make proper decisions. This time, it happened to Boston Celtics legend and Basketball Hall of Famer Paul Pierce. Now, before anybody rushes to judgment, you should know that Paul Pierce was not technically driving at the time of his arrest. Instead, he was arrested by California State Highway Patrol for not driving his vehicle. On Tuesday night, state police responded to an unrelated multi-car pileup on Highway 101. The accident, which restricted traffic to just 2 lanes, caused a major backup. And amongst the drivers in this traffic nightmare was Paul Pierce, who, rather than merge towards one of the open lanes, decided to close his eyes and take a nap. Now, while it is true that his Range Rover is a very comfortable vehicle with excellent lumbar support and a high rich-grade leather interior, this was probably not the best time for a late-night snooze. When approached by the cops, it was discovered that Pierce didn't so much take a nap as he may have passed out. It was at this point that he was arrested for suspected DUI. Now, there are very few details about his condition. No one has said whether he's agreed to a breathalyzer. No one's saying anything about the field sobriety test. All we know is that Pierce is asleep on a major 6-lane coastal interstate highway. Not that I'm here to judge or to be critical, but I think we can all agree that sometimes, under certain traffic conditions, a man can get very relaxed. Having said that, there are also times when a guy is far too drunk to be stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic. And until I find out more details, I will refrain from being overly critical of these very poor decisions. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Bob is a man of steel. Bob's a steel trained tech at the Agawam Rockies. Yes, even the mighty orange and white need service and repairs from time to time. And Bob is your guy. A steel trained tech at Agawam, and you'll find one of them at every Rocky's Ace Hardware location. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock.
Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock. It's 8:10 and Pink Floyd with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Sunny today with a high of 60. It is 32 right now in downtown Springfield.
Scott Zolak's Window into the Patriots. Brought to you by Window World of Western Massachusetts. Windows, doors, siding, and more. He's on the phone with us right now. It's Scott Zolak. How you doing, Scott?
Doing great. I like these Friday ones. These are nice.
Oh, yeah, I like them too. Hey, by the way, what's your coffee? By the way, what do you take for your coffee?
I take cream and 1 sweet low.
You take...
Hey,
this is why we need to talk more, Scott. I am a sweet and low guy.
Yeah, I'm not a Splenda. I'm not a equals awful.
Yeah, because I believe I was reincarnated as an 80-year-old woman, and I like sweet and low.
Wow, look at the two of you having stuff in common.
Oh yeah, man, I'm so glad we got to know. Well, here's the thing. I'm just putting in your mobile order for your coffee, so we don't cut out again.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
Now, the closest one to you is what? Downtown Lowell.
Yeah, I'm a Starbucks guy. Huge Starbucks guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a Starbucks.
Right. Well, who does not have sweet low?
That is it. That is the injustice in this country. Is that Starbucks has no sweet low? Do you bring your own?
Oh yeah, I have a car.
Oh my God, we are like brothers.
So do you have do you have a section in your center console of your car just like that's loaded with extra sweet and lows?
Yeah. Every place I go where there is sweet and low, I take a bunch of them. Scott, I still sweet low.
Scott, I got to tell you this. I went on a date once with this girl, and I ordered sweet and low, or I asked for sweet and low, and she looked at me. She's like, Nana? Is that you?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is kind of an old lady sweetener.
Really?
Yeah, well, my mother used to use it all the time,
I guess so. It's the original one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The cancer-causing saccharin one? Yeah, that's the delicious one.
Yeah, I've been having it for like 50 years, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be fine. Don't you worry about a thing. But, my grandparents used to have the sweet and low with their Senka. They thought
that's something I never had.
Yeah, they thought the caffeine would kill them, but they were perfectly fine with all the extra, cancer-causing saccharin.
Right. Yeah, I love the coffee you buy where you got to open it in a can, like the Maxwell House. I have that one in Folgers.
Oh, man. I'll tell you what, top-notch stuff at the Zolak House.
Oh, class. Nothing but class.
Nothing but it.
Speaking of class, how about them Patriots this past week, huh?
First time winning back-to-back games and got it I don't know how long.
We got a football season, boys, to talk about. That's going to be fun this year now.
Let me tell you something. The vibe I'm just getting from everybody is now everybody's like it's like we're back to the old days when like Tom Brady and Bill Belichick were here. People are actually getting real excited about what they're seeing out of the Patriots right now.
Yeah, you look at the schedule too, and that's a big thing from past years here, like especially the last 2 or 3.
not to say the schedule's easy, but the rest of the games, you're probably going to be the underdog from a quarterback standpoint when you play Baltimore, maybe Buffalo. But, I mean, this kid went toe-to-toe with Josh Allen. He outdueled him on Sunday Night Football in primetime. It's a coming-out party from Drake May, and you will have the quarterback advantage in, I think, 8 of the next 10 games.
You know, I saw these side-by-side stats on the internet, and of course, you know, with the internet, I don't know if you know this, but sometimes the internet is loaded with crap. But it's showing these side-by-side comparisons of, you know, second-year statistics between not only Josh Allen and Drake May, but even showing second-year stats between Drake May and Tom Brady, and they're all very similar, if not even better in some cases. I mean, is that just statistical fluke, or are we looking at a guy who's really something special?
Well, I think he is special. He's got a long way to go. You know, he's only 23 years old, but we know he's the guy. I think it's unfair to compare him to Brady. You know, the game has changed so much since, you know, when Tom first started his second year. You had fullback, 2 tight ends. He didn't throw the ball as much.
Yeah.
You ran it with Corey Dillon. You ran it with Antoine Smith. You know, he had Troy Brown, who was a great slot receiver. Then it went to Walker. Then it went to Edelman. Like, we got to figure out who the hell the slot receiver is going to be. And I think they've gotten better since they moved Diggs around the formation and not so much Pop Douglas. So, but we got something here. And Josh, as this offense goes, he's gonna tweak it every week, and that's gonna be the fun part to watch.
Now, in the broadcast booth, when you and Sochi are in there and you're watching the game, I mean, how jacked up do you get when you see them, you know, completely different than they were last year? Is it is it total? You must be feeling that same excitement when you're watching them.
Yeah, I have a get back guy actually, and his name is Mark Capella. He's our producer, and he has to hold my hand and like push me down in my feet when there's a big play, not to go nuts and like throw Bob out of the booth. Like I get overexcited, you know, whether it's good, whether it's bad. He's sort of my get back guy. Every coach has one, you know, get back across the line. So he takes care of me during the week.
So you're not living up Bob Sochi and cracking him in half over your knee. You're not doing that.
Oh, he'd die. He's a little guy.
He's a tiny little
really hairy too. He's got hair on his knuckles. It's crazy.
Wow.
Well, I got that too.
You got to snap a picture next time you're in the booth.
See, that's the kind of statistic, you know, who's got the most body hair in the broadcast. But that's the kind of thing you expect, say, like during that Raiders game or that Steelers game. It's not something you would expect last Sunday night.
You know, we've been doing this for 13 years, he and I, and our first game together was out in Arizona, and he was in the pool, and I'm looking, and he got out of the pool, I'm like, oh my God, he's got a shirt on under his shirt. It's like literally, you know, the guy, it's like if he got waxed, you could put the manna lantern on his chest, you know, like 40-year-old virgin, right?
I always kind of wish I looked like I had a toupee on my chest. That would be a good look.
Yeah. Like a merkin, like right there in the middle, right? Yeah.
So it's the worst. It's the worst. I shave mine every other week.
So Scott, after we get this dramatic win now after a division rival, what's the danger of the overconfidence, and how do you think the team should strike balance in preparation?
The problem is every week in the league, you watch all these games. Someone beating somebody every week. We beat Carolina 23-10 or whatever it was, 33-10, and then you know, they go and they beat Atlanta 30-0. Like, the league is weird, man. You know, Jacksonville beats, you know, Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson can't get out of his own way. They're a one-win team in Baltimore. Just look around the league. That's all you need to look at. There's nobody running away with this thing.
Yeah, even the Giants won last night over Philadelphia. I wouldn't have picked that in a million years.
They look great, and something looks off with the Eagles now, all of a sudden, you know? And the Eagles started the year undefeated, like 4-0. Now they've lost 2 in a row. So the league is upside down right now. That's all the proof you need.
That's in a way, though. That's kind of good that there seems to be, you know, some parity, and there's no one really, you know, running away with this. I think, you know, from a fan's perspective, it keeps us on our toes and makes, you know, every game, you know, interesting to know that, yeah, that whole any given Sunday thing is a cliche, but there's real truth to it.
It is a cliche because it's not really any given Sunday. It's like you got to show up and you got to play. You got to work. You got to go to work. The best team that plays for 60 minutes can win a damn game. And the one thing we do know through 5 games is if you turn the damn football over, you're going to lose. Those are the bad games we had. And we were really in both those games where you could have won them. When we had 5 turnovers against Pittsburgh, should have won that game. We should be 4-1 right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching ESPN the other day, and they were asking, you know, there was a question about whether the success of the Patriots, the sudden emergence of the Patriots, is all Drake May, if there's somebody else on the team, and Rex Ryan kind of said it, and it is true that you really have to focus on the number one change agent on this team, and that's Mike Vrabel, and what he's meant. I mean, not to compare him to what happened last year, but it's a totally different environment and a totally different culture that he's brought to where you think, hey, you know what? Maybe this is a guy that could become one of the greats if he can make this thing into something really special. What's your assessment of him as a head coach just this year?
He reminds me a lot of Parcells. I had Parcells for 5 years. I had Pete Carroll. I know what Bill's built up. He was the defensive guy here. I had Jimmy Johnson. This guy is a lot like Parcells. I think Belichick is too, I won't say horse blinders on, but you can see what's going on down in Carolina. He doesn't relate well with people. Mike Vrabel is a people person. He knows how to push buttons of different guys, like the Ramondre Stevenson thing. He keeps backing him, even though he's fumbled. He's like, I'm going to need the guy. What am I going to do, sit Drake May down because he throws interceptions? Like, now all of a sudden, if I do that with Ramondre, I got to do it with everybody on the team. You jump off sides, you're going to sit. He goes, we're not a good enough team to do that right now. It's all hands on deck. So I think that former player in him helps him in his relations with the current guys, how the league has changed. He played at a time like when I played when you hit every day. You put pads on. They don't do that anymore. So it's a lot of meeting, a lot of prep work, a lot of walkthroughs. That's how the game has changed.
You mentioned the trouble that Bill Belichick's having in North Carolina. He's walking into a tough situation anyway. It's not a great football program. It hasn't been that way in years. Is it that bad? Do you put it all on Bill being the problem, or is it just he's 5 games into his first season there, and there's a lot of work to do? What is the bigger issue there?
Well, I do think it's so early to evaluate that. Like when he went in there, he had to flip 70 guys differently, whether it was through scholarships he offered or the NIL and that transfer portal. Like they got 70 new players, and he's like, it's going to take time to build a program. The problem is it's college football. They don't have the patience to wait. They'll fire you and hire the next guy.
Right.
And I just think he went in and thought it was going to be a feeder program to the league, and we're going to do it the way we ran it in the league, and you just can't do that with 18-year-old kids compared to 23 and 30-year-old men who are really playing for their jobs. It's not a job. You're a student. And he's rubbing parents the wrong way. He's rubbing administration the wrong way. He doesn't talk to people. He just goes and coaches football, and people hate that right now. Like, kids today, like you got to have the coach's phone number. I got to talk to you when something's wrong, all that crap. Bill wouldn't talk to anybody. He didn't do it here.
So I imagine an 18-year-old kid trying to understand. It's like being coached by your dad, but only less loving. it's like there's no love and affection there. It's like this is a guy who's there to coach you, not to coddle you. I mean, some kids can handle that, some kids can't. And after 5 games, I don't know how you assess this guy in his job correctly. I think a little bit of it is kind of unfair.
Part of it is, yes, I do agree with that. But Bill, I think, brings a lot of these problems on himself because it's his way or the highway. There's no adaptability. He doesn't cater to you. You got to cater to him. And if you don't like it, he turns his back on you. It's a tough situation. I think it's going to end there pretty quickly, pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because it's just not working out.
There's another college football question I want to ask you about. Apparently, the NCAA is currently there's a proposal out there right now that would allow Division I student athletes to start betting on pro sports. And the reason why they're doing it is because they just can't police it, and they just can't seem to get their hands on controlling it and containing it. Do you think this is a big problem, or this is going to be a real problem moving forward to allow kids the opportunity to bet?
I think you shouldn't. Like, you're playing sport. You shouldn't gamble on sport. Really, it's counterproductive, and then you promote gambling in a bad habit. Not to say it's a bad habit. Some people do it. Some people make money on it, but there's no guarantees. The house always wins. There's a reason there's spots out there. They handicap games for a certain reason. And if you're an 18, 19-year-old kid, you should be studying and not gambling on games or baseball games that are going on right now in the National League.
Well, the thing I don't understand is if you can't police it as it is now, and say you can only bet on pro sports, how are they going to police it from preventing a kid from betting on college sports? They have no control over it now.
They have no control, and that's a great point. I think when you do that, like you you create more of a problem unless you look at it as, hey, if we legalize marijuana, it's going to be fine. And it kind of is, right?
Right.
People aren't sneaking it. People are, oh, God, I'm going to get in trouble if it happens. There's two different ways, I think, to look at it. But, I wouldn't allow kids to gamble. I think it's bad.
And the final question today, Scott. Do you think, if we have to deal with a loss, maybe a bubble machine on the field would, kind of make things a little bit better, make things more happier?
Did you blow bubbles when you were little?
That means two things, but yes, I did.
Well, there's an answer to that. I can't say it.
Yeah, I know. I can't say it either. You led me right into it, and I can't say it.
What's that phone number, right?
No, I'm just thinking, I think the game of football is a little too rough these days, and maybe we can just, if we had a bubble machine, and instead of running out to Crazy Train, we could run out to Don Ho's Tiny Bubbles.
Well, that would be awesome.
That would be
that'd whip up the crowd.
Magical.
It's a great song. It's a great song, by the way.
Oh, isn't it ever?
Yeah,
really is.
I think we might have to sing that coming up in just a few minutes.
Bring me into that next week. It's a ridiculous song. What was that song you had on all that racket before you had me on?
That was Pink Floyd.
That's Who?
No, it was Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, but no bubbles. Not with that one. All right, we'll talk. We'll talk to you next week, Scott. Great to talk to you.
Yeah, all right, guys. They're going to beat them. We'll be forward, too. It'll be fun to talk about.
Absolutely. Right. Scott Zolak, brought to you by Window World of Western Mass. It's 8:24 on Rock 102.
Rock 102.
Shop Thursday here on Rock 102 this morning at 9 o'clock. If you go to rock102.com, you could save 30% off to Toasted. Fresh, locally sourced breakfast and lunch in the heart of Northampton, featuring specialty coffees and mimosas. Toasted right on Pleasant Street where Sylvester's used to be. That's starting at 9 o'clock at the Shop 30 store at rock102.com. Do not miss out. 30% off at Toasted in Northampton.
That sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need a mimosa right now, but I sure could use some toast.
Why couldn't you do a mimosa? Why not? It's 8:27 in the morning. Who doesn't want to tie one on before noon?
I don't think they serve Taiwanese food.
No, I mean tie one on, like get drunk. Who doesn't want to get drunk before noontime?
My days of day drinking, Steve, I think are long gone. I think they have passed me by.
It's been a long time. The day drink.
Yeah.
I remember going on a fishing trip years ago with the guy that used to work here, the intern that used to work here.
Yeah.
I went with him and a bunch of guys on this is like 20-something years ago. And then on the way to the boat, because we left at like 2 a.m. To get to the boat out in Saugus or what, I don't know, one of those places out there.
One of those seafaring
towns. And I proceeded to drink quite a bit of rum before we even got to Palmer.
Yeah, that's...
Which is what most people do in Palmer, is drink a lot of rum before 6 a.m.
That rum diet doesn't normally work out for people.
No, it really doesn't.
But you were just a passenger, right?
I was a passenger who was becoming belligerent because that was right around the time that the Red Sox were using that cowboy up thing back in 2002 or something like that.
2004, yeah.
Well, I think it was 2003. It was the year 2003. They were doing the cowboy up and they were putting it on the Mass DOT signs.
Mm-hmm.
And the two Yankee fans in the car are arguing with the three other Red Sox fans in the car. What is that bullshiznick doing up on the side? Take it off. You guys are all stupid. And we're making fun of each other and yelling at each other. And I was told to quiet down.
Yeah. See, this is why day drinking can sometimes be problematic.
Well, it was more of morning drinking.
Well, okay. I take that back.
That's a different time.
Early part of the day.
Early day.
It's 8:30. We got news next on Rock 102.
Here's your Western Mass news.
8:33 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Freedom Credit Union. Freedom is yours. There's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
There's something soothing about Dan Williams talking about fire patios. Just the way he says it. It's like
I told you,
his voice is like velvet.
I told you yesterday during my colonoscopy, I was wide awake for it, and they had Dan playing in the background. The nurse, the doctor, the tech are all big fans of the show, and Dan was on the air while I was getting probed. And you know what? It was very relaxing.
It's very nice of them to put that on as opposed to Well, I mean, this guy probably, it's like working at McDonald's. You work at McDonald's all day. The last thing that you want to have is a Big Mac.
Yeah.
You think you're working at Rock 102. The last thing you want is more Tom Petty. It's better to play the station that you're on versus like a rival radio station.
Ironically, that same conversation came up.
Did it really?
They actually said, yeah, we tried it for a day. There were problems.
Well, I'm sure they use, the Kellogg crew to clean people out sometimes to, get that extra sludge that's been in there that the Go Lightly didn't get.
It has the same effect listening to that show, whether or not you have a colonoscopy the next day.
Well, I'm just saying, I thought that was nice of them.
Yeah, if you want to get loose, listen to that show for an hour.
Yeah. Well, there's other shows, too, you could listen to get loose. If you know what I'm saying.
It's true. It's true.
2 suspects have been arrested after an investigation in Holyoke. Holyoke police said they were called to Farnham Drive for a reported threat involving a gun around 7:40 p.m. on Tuesday. One officer located the vehicle suspected to have been involved in the incident at a gas station on Whiting Farms and Lower Westfield Road. 3 people were inside the vehicle. A female driver was later released while police continued to investigate 2 passengers, 27-year-old Joel Vasquez of Holyoke and 30-year-old Manuel Gant of Springfield. Their authorities noted that Vasquez was reportedly the subject of the initial complaint. Officers reportedly saw an open bottle of alcohol and a crack pipe in the vehicle. Those are clues.
Yes, they are.
And a knife was found during a search of Vasquez. In addition, police recovered approximately 162 grams of suspected crack cocaine, approximately 46 strips of Suboxone, more than 100 bags of suspected heroin and fentanyl, and more than $400 in cash, all to be won here on the Holyoke Price is Right.
I'll take 7 to 10 years in prison.
Vasquez, come on down. Vasquez. Police have said you had previous drug distribution convictions in Hampton Superior Court. It was arrested on charges including trafficking cocaine, 2 counts of possession with the intent to distribute a Class A drug, possession with intent to distribute a Class B drug, and possession of a Class A drug, possession of a Class B drug, obstruction of justice, and threatening to commit a crime.
Don't you think it'd be interesting if, like, the drug courts in the area had, like, that big giant wheel to spin, figure out how many years you spend in jail?
Yeah. And if you land on $1, then you don't have to go to jail. That's the big grand prize.
That would be great.
And you win both showcases. You mean I get all my heroin and fentanyl back and my cash?
Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Sounds like a damn good deal.
Hey, this is, I know you're not going to have this one, but this just came in. John Lodge, formerly of the Moody Blues, apparently has suddenly died at the age of 82.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, that is very sad. John Lodge is an amazing bass player, great guy. Interviewed him a couple of times.
Way to bring the newscast down.
I'm just saying, it's newsworthy. A lot of Moody Blues fans out in the audience who would love to know what's going on over there.
All right.
I don't mean to drag the whole show down. I mean, it's just not my intention.
Well, let's cheer it up with some animal stories.
That would be great.
Pet lovers have a new opportunity to welcome a furry friend into their homes as Dakin Humane Society reduces adoption fees this month for select cats and dogs through a partnership with Belize Subaru of Hadley. The shelter is currently at full capacity for cats and has about 80 animals available for adoption on their website, which means I will be forced to go down there and look at these cats before probably taking one of them home soon, especially at the reduced rate.
So you haven't actually got the cat yet?
We're still perusing. We're perusing.
You're just looking for that perfect pussy cat?
I want somebody, it is kind of like, being on a dating website. You got to, who's playful? Who's going to also respect your space?
Yeah, which cat is going to ruin each piece of furniture you own?
Yeah, but if I can get away with paying half price for a pussy cat, I'll gladly take that any day.
Well, good luck, because I know some can really cost you.
Despite the reduced fees, Dakin is not changing any of their adoption procedures, including conversations and two-way counseling between potential adopters and shelter staff. Everything we would normally do when the prices are regular, we adhere to those guidelines during the promotion, said Stacy Price, Director of Development and Marketing at Dakin. Price emphasized that while the shelter provides excellent care, nothing compares to a loving home environment. A home by far is the best environment. Even as much as we do at the shelter, we work with them to give them nourishment. It doesn't compete with a home. When animals occasionally return to the shelter, Price views these situations as positive learning experiences for the shelter. We're more than happy to take the animal back, and in many cases we have. Don't let the half price fool you, is what...
Well, it's not exactly a BOGO, is it?
No, but you know what? I think maybe you drum up a little bit more business if you treat it like one of them, Bigfoot at the Mass Mutual Center showdown. Sunday, taking half-price pussycats. Thousands of cats originally scheduled for $400 are now only $199. Sunday. It's the Pussycat Rodeo at the Mass Mutual Center.
Pussycat versus Pussycat. Who's going to emerge the victor?
Who will be the winner of and Bigfoot?
Listen here, Puss in Boots. The last time you and I went head-to-head, there was hell to pay. What are you going to do when my big, strong claws start scratching at you like a scratching post?
Sunday! Only at Diggin'! Half-price pussycats! Yeah, that would drum up a ton of people.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cat wars.
Yeah. And then, then you got people showing up to the old Mardi Gras location go, I thought, what happened to the half-price pussycat? It's gone by the way of the dinosaurs. Sir.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but still.
That's probably in my future, going to get a cat. What are you gonna do?
Well, good luck with all of that.
What do you do on your fall fun birthday weekend?
This is your birthday weekend, isn't it?
Let's go get something that you don't want.
Wait a minute, whose birthday present is this? If it were me, the best birthday present you could give me is not getting me a cat.
You know what I got as a early birthday present from a friend of mine?
Herpes.
No, that was last year. This year. And by the way, it's syphilis.
Splitting hairs.
No, they're two completely. One can be treated and one can't be.
Anyway,
I got a whole box of those MREs.
So, like, if the apocalypse or the rapture hits, you'll have stuff to snack on.
Well, I'm gonna be making some TikTok videos out of these things. Why not? Right?
You're gonna love that stuff.
Have you ever had one?
Yeah, I've had them.
Was it good?
It was,
these are fresh, so, fresh as far as MREs go.
I had them back in the 90s during like, when Desert Storm was going on.
Yeah.
And we were just, sampling them. They're not terrible. I mean, you can get filled up on an MRE, but it's like,
Well,
ain't exactly like dinner at home.
But
it's stateside.
You don't heat it up, right? It's ready to eat.
It's largely ready to eat stuff.
So you're basically eating it cold. Do I put it on a nicer dish? Set a candle holder?
I suppose, but in times of battle, you may not have that option. Some of the stuff is dehydrated, so you got to mix it with water.
Yeah,
but some of it is you're right out of the pack.
Oh man, I can't wait.
You're gonna love it.
I can't wait to try I love the description on the outside of it. Because it's in that generic packaging, and it just says savory beef chili. Savory, really?
As opposed to the rancid beef chili that you normally get every other day.
What else are you Are you expecting a savory meal from a can from food that is supposed to last 1,000 years inside of it?
It's almost like the same description as your school lunch program menu.
And by the way, they were selling boxes of these at Ocean State Job Lot. That's the only thing I like about the Ocean State is the MREs that are being sold at their job lot.
There's better food in Rhode Island than an MRE.
I don't know.
I
think the MRE is going to beat the Soggy Dog and Adele's Lemonade any day of the week.
I don't think that's true.
Well, we're going to try it this weekend, and I'm going to make a TikToks.
All right, you go ahead
and
and
I
do
say
that.
TikToks like I'm the old man. On the TikToks and the Facebooks and the Instagrams, I'll put up a video of me eating ready-to-eat meals that were made for soldiers.
I'll put it on my face page.
Yes, the face page. Did you see my status update yesterday? Dear Google, how do I post a status update on Facebook? Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be, sunny with a high of 60. Tomorrow, cloudy with a high of 67. It's 32 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
8:49 is Sublime with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
It is going to be sunny today with a high of 60. It is 32 right now in downtown Springfield.
Event that's coming up on Sunday, October 19th is one that I've done for the last couple of years. It's always a pleasure to be doing it. It's the 2025 Cigars for Soldiers event, and in the studio to talk about it is Bernie St. George. Good to see you.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks for having me once again.
Thanks for coming in.
So people understand what this is all about. Tell us a little bit about what Cigars for Soldiers is.
Cigars for Soldiers, we started this in 2018, and our mission is twofold. We support local military families, veterans, and events, and the second part of the mission is to send care packages in the form of cigars to troops who are serving around the world.
I think I've been there for all of them.
You've been there since the start, my friend.
Since the start.
Amen.
And I'll tell you what, it is a really, really nice event. I mean, you guys got a band playing, you got the steak dinner, there's loads of other stuff, but it's also it's also a real feel good thing because people really come out for this. It's a great time.
Yeah, we get the folks every year asking us, when are you doing it next year? We're definitely coming back. This is fantastic. We're getting a table. We're bringing our friends. It's really, really grown, and we're very proud of where we've gone with this. And we've actually gone from an event. We've become an actual 501c3 now, so we're an organization. We're doing pop-up events at different places.
In fact, you guys were at the Big E this year.
We're at the Big E this year, thanks to Connecticut Valley Tobacconists. They did a great job. We had well over 500 cigars, almost 600 cigars donated.
Wow!
Just by the folks who are going through the Big E. And again, thanks to Connecticut Valley, they were a huge part of that, and they're going to be part of our event this year on Sunday the 19th.
I really like these the cigar boxes that are shaped like the ammo box. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are very cool, and those are drop boxes. Those are the ones that we had at the Connecticut Valley. So they were ammo cans.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Those worked out fantastic, and it all goes along with the military. It was a great idea. One of our committee members, Hefe, came up with that, and it just fit right in.
And that container gets shipped directly to.
No, those containers don't get shipped because we use them at different events.
Oh, okay.
We'll put those into sealed bags with humidity packets.
Oh yeah,
and
gotcha.
We'll ship those over.
Very cool.
One of the big things about this event, and again, it's happening on Sunday, October 19th at the Chicopee Portuguese American Club in Chicopee, surprisingly enough.
Is that where that is?
Yeah. But one of the big things about this is the raffles that you guys get are usually amazing.
The raffles are something else. People are so generous. We get everything from jewelry from Fernari and Brad Matthews Jewelers to awesome coolers and gun cases and things from Pelican. We got a gun this year from Savage Arms that was donated for us. We've got gift certificates from spas to restaurants to you name it. There's something in there for everyone.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable, and it goes by pretty quick too. It's not like one of these things you're waiting around for hours to find out who got the numbers. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's perfect.
Yeah, it goes fast. And this year we got a couple of new additions. Easy Company Brewing has come in with their own Oktoberfest Fall In. And they're going to be part of that. We're going to be pouring that at the event this year. And if people don't know, 100% of their profits go to military organizations as well. So it's a perfect partnership. Once again, Connecticut Valley is going to be there. They're going to be hand rolling cigars at the event from 3 to 5. Hopefully, if it's a nice day like today, they'll be doing it outdoors. If not, obviously indoors. You don't want to get your cigar all wet.
You know, not for nothing. You're hand rolling a cigar. You think if I brought my own little wacky tobacco, they might roll that in with the tobacco cigar?
I can't speak for Connecticut Valley in that regard.
Yeah, but I mean, you could probably hollow it out and do it yourself if you really wanted to.
Will you be serving a Colt 45 and 2 zigzags?
I'm not sure exactly what they're going to have behind the bar.
Right, well, it's worth a shot. Right?
If this is Bernie St. George from Cigars for Soldiers, if someone wanted to buy tickets, what should they do?
They should go to cigarsforsoldiers.org, and they can buy tickets right on the website. If they go to .com, it'll just send them right over to our org site. So either way, it'll get you there. And the 4 is the number 4, cigarsforsoldiers.org.
And you definitely want to buy your tickets ahead of time.
You want to buy them ahead of time. We made a mistake of charging the same at the door as we did online, and we got absolutely hammered last year at the door, which is a good problem to have, but we ran out of everything because we didn't expect those numbers. So we had record numbers, so we're really encouraging people because it will be more at the door. It's $75 online. We pay all the fees. We absorb all that. So it's a clean $75. It's $85 at the door. So save yourself $10. Spend it on a raffle ticket. Maybe get something back.
Caledonians going to be there?
Oh, the Caledonians are going to be there. They're going to rock this. They're a big part of our opening ceremonies. Yourself, a big part of it. Vanessa Ford does a national anthem that'll make your hair stand up. And we have Father Ryan Rooney is going to be doing the invocation. And after that, it's just game on. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And who's the band this year?
Band this year is going to be Third Wheel, same band as last year, and we're going to have a duet coming in. They're going to be playing inside, along with Nick Gagney, the DJ. He's going to be in there helping us out as well. So we've got a lot going on in a short period of time. So it's 2 o'clock to 7 o'clock.
I can come by and do stand-up when we can do a $75 dinner and a comedy show.
Maybe. You never know. You never know. It's Cigars for Soldiers. It's happening on the 19th of October. It's a Sunday. Again, 2 to 7 at the Portuguese American Club. It should be Bernie St. George. Great to see you.
Gentlemen, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Thank
it's 8:56 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 9:09 in Kansas with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Sunny and 60 today. It is something in downtown Springfield.
Thursday, October 16th. We really haven't had much of a chance to talk about this yet, but it's the Mayflower Marathon Comedy Night, which is happening at the Armory at MGM Springfield. It's brought to you by Dave Miner Exterior Home Improvements and Aqua Pump. It's going to be a great, great night of laughs to benefit the open pantries. You know, the Mayflower Marathon is coming up next month, and comedian Tom Cotter is going to be our headliner. If you've never seen Tom live, he is fantastic, so funny. Plus, you and I are going to be there along with comedian Corey G. Tickets are on sale at rock102.com. All the profits from the night will be donated to the open pantry through the Mayflower Marathon. There's even a live auction while you're there, and you'll be able to purchase the beautiful, brand spanking new Mayflower Marathon Springfield Thunderbird hockey jersey, which again, $20 also goes to the open pantry.
You know, we had a great crowd last night at the shortstop, and we obviously the show is not going to be happening next Thursday because of this Mayflower Marathon comedy night.
Right.
But we did give away 3 of the jerseys that I purchased yesterday. All that money goes directly to the open pantry. But it's still the shock on people's face when you share with them the number, the food insecurity number in Hampden County alone is more than 1 in 2.
It's 54%. I mean, just trying to wrap your head around that. 54% of the people in Hampden County, it's not just Springfield, Hampden County, is suffering from some level of food insecurity. Yeah. That's really alarming.
So any little bit helps. We will have those shirts on sale starting after the comedy show on Thursday. They'll be available here. We'll have more details on when and where you can pick them up and all that stuff. But we need your help big time this year because the open pantry is in desperate need for supply, cash, funds, all of that stuff. They really need it this year, especially since your neighbor is going to be suffering right now.
And even people you know and may not even realize it, they're suffering from it too. And so we'll give you all the details about that as we get closer to not only the comedy show, but also closer to the Mayflower Marathon, which is coming up in the the week of Thanksgiving in November.
There you go.
It's 9/12 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.